I don't know about you, but when I think about making extra money right now, I really think about wanting to change the trajectory of not only my life, but my family's life. My mom, my dad, even my brother. For as long as I could remember, I just always knew that I would be something like super special and I would figure out a way to kind of replicate what my dad did. I used to use my dad's success as a metric for my own. Being a little girl, having no clue what life at 21 looked like, or 30 even, but now being in my late 30s, I'm wanting to hit certain milestones that my dad hit earlier on in his career before he lost his business. So, a little backstory, and I'm going to get him on here one day to just share. So, I do share with permission. But my dad he's an amazing guy. He worked really hard at a bicycle shop that he was the employee at forever. I mean, I'm talking back in the 80s. He worked between there and Kmart. If you remember Kmart, you know. And he ended up working his way up to become the owner. Owned it for over 15 years and unfortunately ended up losing it. He got behind by, man, maybe 1 month of the payment for the place. And the guy that owned it, or the guy that owned the entire property, knew my dad for over 30 years, knew he was going through a divorce, just had a really hard bump. Went in, changed the locks, everything, and went to court, made it seem like he never sold my dad the business, and my dad paid this man almost $1 million in 10 years. And the judge did everything in that man's favor. This is one of those, like, being from a small town type of stories where, the people that quietly have money are the ones that are connected and can typically do things in their favor, right? This was one of those situations, and I won't get too deep into it right now, but it was very painful. It was very painful for everybody. It affected my dad the hardest and affected my mom and myself as well. So going through that heavy loss, I detached from material things so hard. Now, my dad was the type of guy, he worked and sacrificed a lot for me to be able to have a good life and a good living, as well as my mom, and anyone around me that truly benefited from my dad's generosity, because he was just always, as a believer, he believed to be generous and kind. And we had enough to go around, so my dad made sure everyone had what they needed. Cardi. So, all that to say, when I got of age and really understood in my early 20s, like what happened and just what being an entrepreneur meant, and how my dad had really set us up to be in a good position for like middle class. We had grown above middle class, and I don't really know what's above middle class these days, if I'm being honest. I don't know if that's considered rich, but we were in a beautiful position, not overtly wealthy, but not struggling. And this was the 2000s, so things have changed. But with me choosing to figure out ways to make extra money, it's so many more reasons than what meets the eye. Like, I not only want to make extra money so I can leave my job and get my time back, I want to make it so my dad can have the retirement that he deserves, that he never got. I want to make it so my mom isn't struggling, paycheck to paycheck with retirement or pension money. I want to make it so I can show up with ease and get her a new truck. I want to make it so there's just specific things that I'm able to do for them that they would have been able to do for themselves, and that's just no longer the case. It's no longer their reality. And honestly, it's like a no-brainer for me. So I have to keep my vision at the forefront. I think the days when it feels challenging to show up, the days when you don't know what to talk about on camera, the days where you're frustrated leaving the job and you're so burnt out and tired, those are the days where you really have to keep the vision like at the forefront. You can't lose your why, because you'll want to, and you can easily lose it. but you can't lose your why. You got to know exactly why you're doing what it is that you're doing. Sorry, y'all. Cardi used the bathroom. So we are getting this up. And she's like really looking around. So yeah, I was just sitting here thinking about it. I came to the park this evening, just kind of decompress by myself and relax. And I don't know, I'm just thinking about like life beyond right now. I can't stop thinking about that. And I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to change, but I just know something's going to. I'm not saying I'm going to be a millionaire tomorrow, but if God sees fit, I welcome it. I just really want to do what I got to do to get my family in a better place, in a better position. And I know that's not my responsibility, but I feel like it is. Because I feel like I'm able-bodied. My mind is clear. I'm driven. I know who I am, and I'm excited about the things that I'm doing that I just can't lose. I can't lose. And I'm not going to. I've thrown spaghetti against the wall so many times that something is going to stick. It's starting to stick. I didn't do percentages, but I am not far away from finally matching my paycheck. 1 week's worth of pay. I am not far away from matching that with YouTube, with my Substack subscriptions, with some of my digital products and services, with those that book time with me for the Clarity Hour. I'm not far away, and that tells me so much. It's like right now, 1,000 can feel like 10,000 inside because I just needed to see that it's possible. And I feel like I'm starting to get a little bit of my time back and worry a little less. And for me, that feels like a win. Come on. That feels like a win. So I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep figuring it out. And I'm going to keep sharing what I figure out as I go, because I'm not the only one that needs to be winning. I want other people around me to win, because I'm not the only one that feels this way. I have multiple friends that we have these conversations with every single week about getting out of the job, getting into what we want to do, getting enough money to fund their kids' activities, the kids' trips, like, being able to make up extra money that you're not making from your job. We're just all trying to be on this journey of like living a good life for ourselves, whatever good means and looks like for us, because we all got different definitions of it. We all got different lifestyles. A lot of my friends are married with children, but I got a handful that aren't. And we all come with some type of story, but I think it's the reminder that you don't have to be, no one's more special than the other. Nobody is more special than you. It's just the choice in what they choose to do or how they choose to not give up and keep going. Nobody's more special than you. Some people just are shooting more shots than you. Some people are just figuring it out quicker or relentless to keep figuring it out. Some people are sacrificing their evenings and their weekends to constantly research and learn and apply and do whatever they need to do. Come here. And do whatever it is that they need to do to be able to get to wherever it is that they're trying to go. Sometimes that's just really all it is. And I spent the majority of my day today working on my YouTube and working on the videos that I want to put out and fine-tuning the freebie that I want to be able to offer, the $1,000 mat, because now that I did it, I got to teach somebody else how to do it. Come here. Now that I did it, somebody else has to go replicate this too, And that's so exciting, because it's like proof and it's evidence, because this wasn't luck. I have been, Cardi, come. Where are you going, girl? I have been consistently on YouTube now for months. Hi, beautiful. Hi. Hi. Yeah, I have been consistently on YouTube now for a long time, for 7 months, showing up. So this wasn't a luck thing by any means. This was Renee got tired, Renee got frustrated, and she started sharing her frustrations with y'all. And then she realized, oh, you frustrated too. You feel exactly what I'm saying. Oh, this isn't a me thing. I'm actually not crazy. Oh, I'm going to give myself permission to keep talking my talk and keep showing up. And I want to live life different. I don't want to do the things that I was doing before I got diagnosed with breast cancer, because how dare I? That doesn't even feel like a good use of this second life. That doesn't feel like the best use of this second life. How dare I? That's not what I want to do at all. I want to do things so much differently. Yeah. So it's crazy. It's interesting because it's like I have this detachment still from material things, from, losing the business, losing the house, losing the cars and all that other stuff. And this was about 15 years ago. And I didn't go to therapy until my son passed away. So it's something that I started to weave into my conversations with my therapist, but then I put a pin in it. And it's something that I am going to revisit because I just want to. But it's just beyond materials. It's so much, it's just, the ability to breathe, like I can literally envision how I want my days to feel. What I'm doing right now with Cardi, this is what I want to be able to do every single day at 10 a.m. and then not take clients or coaching calls or I don't know, lead virtual group calls until like 11 or 12, and then be able to have like a 4-hour workday. And then I just see myself like having a small team that's small but mighty of other people where I can pour into them and they feel valued, because I know as a leader what it means to show people they're valued. I know as an employee what it means to feel valued by my leader. I know as an employee what it means to work for a business that values you. And I know what it means to work for somebody that doesn't care, could care less. You are just there. You are an extra body. They remind you every single moment they get. They have no grace. They lack the human connection. I know what all of that is like. And that will never, any establishment that I own, whatever God has for me, that will never be me. Never. And I'm pretty positive. I feel like, come here, Cardi. In all my years of management, anybody that I've led from a team aspect would say the same thing about me. I feel so strong about that. Yeah, I can see how, come here. I can see how I want my days to be, how I want my time to be, how I want to be able to get up and travel if I want to, take my mom, treat my mom to spa day so she can relax. She's 72 and she deserves it. Actually send my dad away on the fishing trips and to hang out at the house by the lake, because for him right now, that's his peace. That's all he wants. And that's been a huge part of his healing, going to just sit by the water, because he has not been himself. He has not been himself. And yeah, it's hard. So when I come out here to relax and decompress, I'm reminded of my why and my vision. And as long as God has breath in my body, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep working, and I'm going to keep figuring it out. Because I feel like I got people depending on me in a good way. And I want to be able to offer them what I can offer them, So, not me crying on this internet again. I get really passionate about this. Because I could feel it for myself, but I could feel it for other people too. So, we getting there, y'all. All right, y'all. Until the next video. Peace out. Cardi, come here.